Hi there, and welcome to this 118th live tech Q&A session where I'll be answering some of your tech-related questions. And I've just started it a bit early because there are quite a few questions already. So let's start. And to post your questions, you have to post it on Twitter and use the hashtag askgeekyranjit. And you can also follow me on Twitter @Geekyranjit. And if you're not subscribed, one second, guys. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can hit that subscribe button. So let's start this session now. And one second. I got this question from Umesh. He's asking, how's the camera on the LE TV LE Max compared to the Nexus 6P? This is the LE TV LE Max, which sports that huge 6.4-inch screen. And the camera is good. I took some snaps, and even I posted on Twitter at night some snaps that I took. They were nice, but I didn't compare the camera performance with the Nexus 6P yet. So I'll try to do that later on and let you guys know which one does perform better. But the camera performance is pretty good if you compare it with the regular LE1S. The LE1S in artificial light was not that good. This one is much better. Anyways, let's move to the next question. This is by Mir Chaudhary. He's asking, which phone should I buy? The Vibe X3 or the Nexus 6P? Both are great phones, but can't decide which one should I go for. Mir, I would suggest that if you have the budget for the Nexus 6P, go with the Nexus 6P. But let's say if you are on a very tight budget, this is the Vibe X3. It's available for 20,000. Then you can certainly go with the Vibe X3. It has got a very good quality screen. The speakers are very good, and but the fingerprint sensor is better on the Nexus 6P, and I also feel the camera is way better on the Nexus 6P. So again, it depends. I would say if you are not bothered about the camera performance, you can save quite a bit by moving to the Vibe X3. But again, as this is a Nexus device, you get that stock Android experience and you get the latest Android updates. But that's not the case with the Vibe X3. But certainly for the price of around 20,000, it's a very good device. The weak point is the camera is a little bit weak in artificial lighting. Let's move to the next one. Again, I have posted reviews for both these devices on my YouTube channel, so you should check out that for in-depth pros and cons. Let's move. And this is an interesting question by Amir. He's asking, can you please explain what Android has done with storage settings in Android Marshmallow? Amir, I think so you are referring to the SD card functionality that has been changed with Android Marshmallow. Now, the good thing is that if you have an SD card, you can treat that, Android can treat that as internal storage. For example, I did try this on the Moto X style, and the thing is, but it will format the SD card, and thereby it will use it as internal storage. So it will store the apps, etc., on that SD card, but it will encrypt that SD card. So if you just take out that SD card and if you put it in another phone, it will not work. So I would say it's a great option if you have phones with limited internal storage. You can just pop in a SD card now and just format it and use it like a then Android will use it as a internal storage. So it's a great option, and I did test it with the Moto X style. The one I had was just 16 gigabytes variant, so it worked pretty well. But again, used high-speed SD card if you plan to do that. Let's move. Bhavya Anand, he's asking, what are your tips to a technology related channel like yours, but I can't buy phones or any tips? Bhavya Anand, the fact is that if you are in a technology channel, try to provide value to your users. But the sad fact is you have to buy devices. I also purchase devices, and I still purchase a lot of devices. And for the first 3.5 years, I purchased almost 99% of the products that you see on my channel. Because the companies were totally ignoring me and not sending me the review units. And I was very clear, yes, they will try to ignore me because of my blunt reviews. So I had to purchase a lot of products. But now the situation has changed in the last I would say 7-8 months. Now I am getting about 30 to 40% products as review units. So again, it is really, really tough. But if you can't purchase new products also, try to make really compelling videos with the products that you have. Try to make guides on that, how to use it most effectively and stuff like that. So, and make tutorials kind of videos. So it's really tough for a new channel to come up. And I would say YouTube, everybody says that YouTube is easy, easy, easy. And I don't think so it's easy. It'll take anywhere between a year to almost 2 years to establish your channel, and you have to post content consistently. Only then you can hope that the channel might flourish. And it takes time for the companies to send review units. For me, it was almost 4 years. So yes, it's tough, but if you stay put in, you can get past the initial hurdles. Certainly it's not easy, but doable, I would say. Let's move. Some of you are asking about the Mi 5 and the pricing. Guys, no idea about it. It's not been launched yet, so simply don't want to comment about it. This is by Shivam. He's asking, which one is better, the Moto G3 or the OnePlus X? I would say the OnePlus X is a slightly faster device compared to the Moto G3. It's more fluid. It has a more powerful processor. But in terms of battery life, I felt definitely the Moto G3 goes way past than the OnePlus X. But OnePlus X is a very stylish phone. I would say the OnePlus X is sort of more premium phone compared to the Moto G3. But in terms of battery life, the Moto G3 will give you better battery life. This is by Sanil Lohin. He's asking best camera and gaming phone under rupees 15,000. At this price point, you can't get everything great, but you can have a look at the Galaxy J7. That does very good gaming, and the camera on that device is also very good. If camera is not the highest priority, then you can also have a look at this LETV LE1S. It did perform very well in gaming, but camera in artificial lighting is sort of mediocre. Let's move. This is by Avinav Prabhat. He's asking, with updates, any change that you have seen on the Nexus 6P camera UI? No, the camera UI is still the same. And in fact, I've already mentioned this in my review of the Nexus 6P. If you buy the Nexus 6P, just use third-party camera softwares that offer a lot more control than the stock one that we get. This is by Harsh Gala. He's asking, does the Galaxy A5 support USB OTG functionality? Where is the guy? I didn't test the Galaxy A5. This is the Galaxy A7 2016 edition, and I did check USB OTG, and yes, USB OTG works on this Galaxy A7. So I'm very sure even on the Galaxy A5 2016 edition, it should work, because it's almost identically the same device apart from the screen size. Let's move. Some of you are asking me about Gioni eLife E8. I have no idea about this device, so simply can't comment about it. Biswajit is asking, sir, which is the best mid-range smartphone? Camera is my priority. I would say if camera is your highest priority, then you should have a look at this Nexus 5X. Now I don't know what, I don't remember. It's available for 22 or 23,000. It's actually the same sensor that is used on the Nexus 6P. So the camera performance is actually very good, and it even beat the iPhone 6. I did a camera comparison with some other high-end phones, and it beat them. So if camera is your highest priority, then have a look at this Nexus 5X. It has a very good camera. Actually, the same sensor that is being used on the Nexus 6P. Let's move. Sam is also asking the same question, so it's Nexus 6P for me. This is by Satyaki Sardar. He's asking, does the Vibe X3 support fast charging? No, the Vibe X3 does not support fast charging. I did test it with Qualcomm certified quick chargers also, and it did not make that much of a difference. So it does not support quick charging. It takes about 2 hours 15 minutes to charge from 5% to 100%. This is by Mohammed Danish. He's asking which one is better, Moto G3 or the LE1S in camera and battery life? Please answer my question. Definitely, the Moto G3 has a better battery life and better camera compared to the LE1S. Let's move. This is by Bapan. He's asking, please suggest me a gaming phone around the 15,000 rupees price band. He says he wants removable battery. I'm considering, he says, the Galaxy J7 S4 Grand Max. I would say just go with the Galaxy J7. That would be the best option. Let's move. This is by Pratang Mehta. He's asking, which is better, the OnePlus 2 or the Nexus 5X? Or please suggest me another smartphone under the price range of 25,000. I would go with the Nexus 5X over the OnePlus 2. You can also consider this Lenovo Vibe X3 if camera is not very, very critical. Then I would say the Vibe X3. But if camera is your highest priority, then the Nexus 5X. Though the build quality, it's very plastic build quality. I won't say the build quality is bad, but it's totally plasticky, the Nexus 5X. Let's move. This is by Vyam Patel. He's asking, what do you think about YouTubers like Sharma Technical? I'm sorry, I actually don't follow a lot of other YouTubers. In fact, the only other YouTuber that I follow in India is Ash, that is C4E Tech. In fact, international YouTubers also, I just don't get time to watch a lot of videos. I sometimes follow Pocket now, their daily show by Jema. That is the one I watch, and I also watch Linus Tech Tips. Apart from that, I just don't follow other YouTubers. Let's move. This is by Mr. Ghosh. He's asking about the gaming controller from Amtech. He says, does the AMCAT controller work with PC? Yes, I was able to pair it with the Windows 10 PC, and there is a mode in that is the, what do you say, mouse mode. And if you enable that, then it can control the cursor on the Windows 10 PC. But I frankly did not play any games on Windows 10 PC because I just don't have any games installed on my Windows PC. But it pairs fine. You can check out their website for more info, I would say. This is by Amit Kumar. He says, I know that you have both the PS4 and the Xbox One, but which games do you play on the PS4? Amit, lately I'm not just playing anything on the PS4. Earlier I used to play one game, that is Battlefield 4. And what came out after that. Those were the only two games that I was playing a lot on the PS4. But lately I'm just playing, Titanfall on the Xbox One. I hardly play, just a couple of hours in a whole month. So I just don't get the time to play that much. This is by Chandrakant Malhotra. He's asking, what is the meaning of DDR and difference between DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, and now flagship phones comes with DDR4. DDR is the memory type. It's dynamic. I'm forgetting the full form. Damn, my brain is getting rusty. But it's just the memory chips that you have on your computers or the smartphones. DDR1 was very old. There was a huge speed difference between DDR1 to DDR2. It was noticeable. Just a couple of years ago, and now, even if you have a PC, it will be having DDR3. But now the latest one is the DDR4. I did not notice much of a difference between moving from the DDR3 to DDR4. Technically speaking, yes, DDR4 consumes a lot less power. So for devices like smartphone, etc., it is ideal. But that's it. It's the memory speeds regarding the memory that you have on your computers or smartphones. This is by Derek. He says, planning to get the Logitech X300. Do you see better options? I haven't tested that device, so simply can't comment about it. This is by Karthik. He's asking, how can a channel intro video effect be created? How do we use a music that is not copyrighted to use in YouTube videos? If you have a YouTube channel, there is a section where you can download royalty-free tracks that's available directly from YouTube. You can use those tracks. They are not copyrighted, so you can freely use them. And even the, what do you say, intro that I have, that couple of seconds, is with one of those tracks. So it's, you can safely use those kind of tracks. But again, don't try to use music and etc. From some popular musics, and those can have copyright issues. So be very careful. You are safe with what stuff you get from YouTube. Let's see. Some of you are asking me about, will I be going to Barcelona for Mobile World Congress? Sadly, no, I'm not going to Mobile World Congress. Some of you are asking me, did I test any wireless headsets with the X3? No, I didn't test it. In fact, I don't have any Bluetooth headsets or wireless headsets. I just prefer wired ones. This is by Derek. He's asking Vibe X3 or the Honor 7. He says camera, battery life is important. Camera, both of them are very average. In fact, I would say the Vibe X3's camera is slightly better than the Honor 7. Battery life, again, both are good, but the Vibe X3 will give you slightly better battery life than the Honor 7. The Honor 7 also had very good battery life. But both of them, if you compare, I would say the Vibe X3 will go slightly ahead compared to the Honor 7. This is, one second. This is by Divyesh Verma. He's asking, what's the difference between E, H, H+, G, 3G, LTE, and 4G? These are mobile standards. E stands for Edge. That is just, let's say, 2G speeds. 2G speeds are also denoted by G. That is just GPRS. H is for HSPA, that is nothing but 3G. H plus is the faster 3G speeds that you can get. And LTE and 4G is nothing but the same, the 4G networks that you get. So it's just the mobile speeds that you get. Again, your device also has to support, for example, 4G LTE, and also your SIM card needs to support that. This is by Kabir saying iPhone 5s versus the Nexus 5X, which is better? Kabir, you have to understand that the iPhone 5s is almost now, will be almost, yeah, it's over 2 years old and will be soon 3 years old model. So it's really outdated. So stop even considering that device. It's already outdated. It's sort of in the grave. So definitely, I would say the Nexus 5X will last a lot longer than the iPhone 5s. iPhone 5s was a great phone, but now it's really old. This is by V. Rajashekar. He's asking an interesting question. He says, is there any, what do you call this? Is there any way to reduce the vibration intensity on Android phones? I think so. You are referring to the keyboard vibration feedback that we get. Yes, you can do that. If you install, for example, I know that the default Android Lollipop keyboard supports that. Just go to the settings, and inside that keyboard, and in the keyboard, go to Google Keyboard, and under that, go to Advanced. There you have the vibration setting. By default, it will be on the default mode. That is the system default. You can just move the slider around to adjust the vibration setting on the keyboard. I actually do that almost every time I get a new phone, because generally the vibration is too light or too harsh whenever I get a new phone. So I always go there and tweak it around. Let's see. This is by Shankar Biswas. He's asking, please suggest me between the Moto X-Play and the OnePlus One and Honor 7 overall performance. Obviously, the Honor 7 will be much better than the Moto X-Play and the OnePlus One. But I would also suggest the Vibe X3. Tamil Selvan is asking, some people say that the iPhone doesn't lag even after 2 years. Is it true? No, rubbish. Just check out the iPhone 5s. I checked out, one of my cousins has it, and after the latest iOS update time, it was pretty laggy, I would say. So it's just a myth that iPhones don't lag. Yes, the new iPhones won't lag, but if you talk about 2 generations old or something, 2 3 generations old, yes, you will notice a little bit of lagginess, and apps will load a lot slowly, so it hides that lag in the way of animation, I would say. But again, certainly it won't be very responsive, a 2 year old iOS device, if we run the latest iOS OS on it. This is by Naveen. Oh my God. This is regarding Samsung's pricing. Let's take this question. Why Samsung launched the A7 2016? We have the Galaxy S6 at that price range, which is a flagship mobile. Yes, we should ask this question to Samsung India Mobile. The pricing is stupid crazy for this A7. Yes, the device is very good. The build quality is amazing. But yeah, the price is really high. Now I feel that they have priced this A7 2016 at this pricing, that is 34,000. Just I'm scared to even imagine the pricing of the Galaxy S7 when it will be launched in India. Only you can imagine what would be the pricing. So that's Samsung for you. 1 second. Some of you are asking me about wireless headphones and stuff. Guys, I just don't review wireless headphones. I haven't tested even one for about three odd years, so simply can't comment. 1 second, guys. Let me just refresh now. Oops, that's like crazy amount of questions. Give me a second, guys. Nikhil is asking the Mi 364 GB goodbye at $200 now. Nikhil, I would not suggest the Mi 3 now. It's again a very old model, almost 2 years, more than 2 years again. So it's sort of outdated, running the Snapdragon 800 chipset. So I would not suggest the Mi 3 as of now. This is by Wendell. Wendell Agarwal, he's asking, please reply to my question. Which has better build quality, Note 5 or the Nexus 6P? I want a durable phone. Both of them have very good build quality. But the thing with the Note 5 is that both the sides, it has glass. So the chances, if you accidentally drop a Note 5, and again, the Note 5 is really, really slippery phone. I even said that in my review because of that glass back. It generally slips out of the hand. So the problem is that if the Note 5 drops, there's a good chance that the back will you'll have a, what do you say, shattered glass at the back, and I've seen that on a lot of what do you say, S6 and the Notes. That way, I would say, as this Nexus 6P has this metallic aluminum, yes, if it falls, you might get a dent, but you won't get a shattered glass. So both have excellent build quality, I would say. No issues regarding that, no creaking noise or stuff like that. But if I had to pick one, I would say I'll pick the Nexus 6P, because I have used the Note 5 also, and it was just a very slippery phone. That is one of the only phones where I had to use a case, because I was so scared that I'll drop it and break it. Let's move. This is by Harish. He's asking, Me 4 or the LE TV 1S. Don't get me wrong, the Mi 4 was a very good phone, and I personally used it for almost 2 months as my primary phone. I really liked it. But now it's sort of old. It does not have 4G support, does not have dual SIM support. So in that case, I would say I'll prefer the LE1S, because the build quality I feel is much better on this LE1S. It just feels a lot better because it's entirely made up of metal, very solid build quality. I would say it feels like the iPhone 5s in terms of build quality, the LE1S. And it has 4G support, also dual SIM support. So I would go with the LE1S. But in terms of battery life, I would say the Mi 4 will get about 30 minutes of extra screen on time compared to the LE1S. Let's move. This is by Rahid Rahman. He's asking, he says he's from Bangladesh, waiting to buy the Xperia M5 Dual. I just want your opinions. I would not recommend the Xperia M5 Dual. You can just check my channel. It had that heating issue. So I would not recommend personally the Xperia M5, I would say. Umang is asking Chromecast versus the Chromecast 2015. Which one to buy? I have a 512 kbps BSNL broadband connection. I have the Chromecast original version. I don't have the Chromecast 2015, but I have three Chromecast, the old ones, and they are working perfectly. So if you are going to get and the new one is available, go with the new one, I would say. But as you have just 512 kilobyte BSNL broadband connection, I don't think so. The streaming experience will be that great. I would say a minimum of about 2 megabit, at least 1 megabit would be ideal for Chromecast. Ideally, about 2 megabit connection. This is by Aditya Das. He's asking, is there any phone better than, let me rephrase. He says, is there a phone with better camera than the Vibe X3, strictly under rupees 20,000? Yes, they are. In fact, I would say the Chico Terra, which is also available for about 20,000, has a much better camera compared to the Vibe X3. Also, I feel the Galaxy J7 does perform better than the camera that is found on the Vibe X3. So yes, certainly there are options that have better camera than the Vibe X3. This is by Suraj Biswas. He's asking, can you suggest me budget headphones that sound good? I haven't liked any budget-oriented headphones, but in terms of earphones that I like budget-oriented are the Audio Technica CLR 100. You should just watch that video. I just really love it. It's available for, I don't know, 650 rupees or so, and they sound amazing, those earphones, for that price. And I still use them very often, I would say. Let's move. Umar is asking the Moto G Turbo versus the Moto X Play. Which one is better? I would say if you do not do any gaming, a lot of heavy gaming, then definitely go with the Moto X Play. The Moto X Play is definitely a much better device. The screen quality is far, far better compared to the Moto G Turbo, and overall in-hand feel is also better on the Moto X Play. But in terms of gaming, I would say the Moto G Turbo does better than the Moto X Play. So if you don't do a lot of heavy gaming, go with the Moto X Play over the Moto G Turbo. Let's move. This is by Shok Biswas is asking, my Galaxy J7 hangs a lot, also malfunctions, just a month old. Tried hard resetting, cache partitioning, etc. I would suggest that take it to the service center. Looks like a hardware issue because my mom, actually, I gifted the Galaxy J7 to my mom. And now it's been, what, more than 3 months, and her handset works fine. And she never complained about me. So looks like some hardware issue on your handset. Take it to the service center and get it checked. Let's move. Some of you guys are asking me about Xiaomi devices. When will they launch? For example, the Mi Pad 2, the Note 3, etc. I have no idea, guys, to be very frank. Xiaomi simply does not disclose anything with me, and even they generally don't invite me to the launches and stuff. So no idea about it. But I heard that the Note 3 is expected to launch end of this month or early next month. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that. This by Gurnav, he's asking, he says, I wanted to ask you that, should I buy the TV dongle or the Chromecast? I would suggest the Chromecast. Don't get me wrong, the TV is also good device. But the thing with the TV is that you have to install their app, and everything is done via that app. The flexibility of Chromecast is that it works with a lot of third-party apps. So it opens up a lot of functionality. For example, sometimes I use this TuneIn Radio, that's an online radio streaming app, and I can use Chromecast with that. that is also applicable with a lot of third party apps that I use. For example, I can do streaming with Netflix, YouTube. A lot of third party apps support Chromecast. So I feel Chromecast is a lot more open compared to the TV. So my vote will go with the Chromecast. I have both the TV and the Chromecast, but I have noticed that I use the Chromecast a lot more than the TV. The TV has some advantages. For example, their built-in app has some TV stations that are aired in India, so you can use that to watch TV. But that's not there on the Chromecast. But I still prefer the Chromecast due to the openness of the Chromecast, I would say. Let's move. This is by Aditya Vabel. He's asking, my Moto X Play heats a bit while charging through the fast charger. Is it normal? Aditya, every device that supports fast charging will get pretty warm while charging. It's the simple fact that we are passing a lot more current. Hence, the side reaction is the heat. So it's perfectly normal if you have a device that supports fast charging, and when you charge, it will get warm. That is there with almost every device that has fast charging. For example, this Nexus 6P has fast charging. This LE1 has fast charging. And when we charge these devices, they do get warm. And that's also the case with the Moto X Play. So don't worry, it's normal. Let's move. This is by Dipinger. He's asking, has the UI lag been fixed on the Honor 5X? No. I have the Honor 5X. This is the Honor 5X, and it's updated to the latest version. And still, I notice UI lag at times with this device. When I'm doing heavy multitasking or opening up apps like Chromecast, there is a little bit of stutterness that is noticeable. So yes, it is still laggy compared to the LE1S and the Vibe X3. In fact, just today I posted the video comparing the LE1S versus the K4 Note versus the Honor 5X. You should just watch that video. Let's move. This is by Shamu. He's asking, does the Honor 5X support USB OTG functionality? No, the Honor 5X does not support USB OTG functionality. And I also tried using third-party apps like ES File Explorer, and then also it could not detect the USB OTG drive. So as of now, it does not support USB OTG. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. And again, guys, thank you. Just notice that we touched over 700 live users. That's a big achievement. So thumbs up for that. So give me a second, guys. Let me look at the questions. This is by Yash Surpa. He's asking, which is the best smartphone currently? I won't say smartphones are still in the evolution phase. I would say I have both these. This is the Moto 360 second generation, and this is the Samsung Gear S2. I like both of them, I would say. The Gear S2 is a lot more stylish, and because of this ring, you can just rotate this ring and navigate. I like the navigation features on this, but again, it runs on Tizen, so the app compatibility is a little bit on the, it's a question mark, I would say. The Moto 360, as it runs Android, where it has a lot more third-party apps. So if I have to pick personally one, I'll go with the Moto 360. But still, I feel smart watches are still in the evolution phase. And if you're not very crazy, I would suggest just wait till the next generation, because the next generation will be a huge improvement, because Qualcomm now has just recently come out with a new chip that is specifically for smartwatches. Currently, most of these smartwatches are actually using the chips that are used in smartwatches, like the Snapdragon 400 SoC and stuff. So by next year, when they start using the optimized chipset that is for smartwatches, they will really improve, and the battery life will also hugely improve. So personally, I would say I'm not a big fan still of the smartwatches. Regarding the DAC that I use a FIO DAC that is connected to my computer, that is the MacBook Pro. Let's move. This is by Ulas Mahesh. He's asking, which phone is better, the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge or the Sony Xperia Z5? I would go over the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge for the only fact that the Sony Xperia Z5 heats up quite a bit. That is the only reason. Otherwise, I would have recommended the Xperia Z5. Because the battery life is much better on the Xperia Z5 compared to the S6 Edge. But in terms of camera, I would say I'll give the slight edge again to the Galaxy S6 Edge, because the pictures that I took with both devices, I would say the S6 and the S6 Edge pictures were a little bit more sharper compared to the images that I took with the Xperia Z5. Let's move. This is by Abhinav. I don't have an answer, but I'll just take this. Maybe some of you might be able to answer this question. He says, suggest me a budget USB microphone. I have to record my vocals on karaoke. Abhinav, I have no idea. I haven't used any other USB microphone apart from this one. This is the Blue Yeti mic that I use, and I've been using this mic now for 5.5 years. So apart from this USB mic, I haven't used any other microphone. So I'm sorry. Maybe if any of you guys have used a good USB microphone that is on a budget, you can help Abhinav. This is by Takshil. He's asking about Nextbit Robin smartphone, and will I review it? Some of you others also asked me. I highly doubt I'll be able to review it, because the company has not contacted me, and I doubt they will be officially launching it in India. So I'm really doubtful, I would say, as of now. Let's move. This is by Akash Pandey. He's asking, which phone should I buy under rupees 13,000? As of now, I would say check the LETV LE1S or the Moto G3 third generation with the 2 GB RAM version. This is by Madhusudan. He's asking, how's the K4 Note overall? Again, Madhusudan just watched the video that I posted earlier today. Comparison between the LETV LE1S, K4 Note, and the Honor 5X. It will give you all the answers. This is by June 047. Is the Note 4 still worth? It goes, I use the Note 3 and want to upgrade to the Note series only. Got used to the S Pen and can't afford the Note 5. If you already have the Note 3, I would say just hold on and wait for the Note 5 price to come down. I would say it will eventually come down now, as the S7 is going to come launched to the will be launched very soon in the market, and then the Note 5 price will go down. Generally, that's how Samsung works. As of now, Note 5 is the flagship. When the S7 will come out, Note 5 won't be the flagship, and Samsung will drop the price. So I would say don't go with the Note 4, because my wife uses the Note 4, and I would say now the Note 4 camera is sort of outdated, and also it's a little bit on the laggier side. So I would suggest wait for some months, maybe in a month or two, the price of the Note 5 should fall down. That's my frank opinion. Give me a second, guys. This is by Pardhu. LE1S versus the Vibe S1 for camera and gaming. I would say the LE1S will beat the Vibe S1 in terms of gaming. Camera performance, both are very average. Both of them actually, in terms of indoor camera performance, are sort of rubbish. I would not recommend the Lenovo Vibe S1 to anyone. Device does not excel in anything. I would say they were projecting it as a camera phone also, but the rear facing camera is actually pretty weak on the Vibe S1, and also the battery life is not that stellar. So I would not recommend the Vibe S1. The LE1S is overall a much better device compared to the Vibe S1. Let's move. This is by Aditya Verma. He's asking, is the OnePlus One still the flagship killer under rupees 20,000? No, I would say the Vibe X3 is the best option under rupees 20,000, and OnePlus One is now sort of old. Some of you are asking me about the Redmi Note 3 Pro. Again, guys, when it launches officially in India, I'll try to review it. But before that, I simply don't want to comment about that product. This is by Saha, he's asking, he says, I'm very confused between the Moto G Turbo and the Samsung Galaxy J7. Which one to go with? I would say it depends upon the screen size. If you want a larger screen size phone, go with the Galaxy J7. The battery life and the gaming performance is actually very good on the J7. Same thing with the Moto G Turbo. The gaming performance is actually very good on the Turbo, but the screen quality is definitely way, way better on the Galaxy J7. But the speaker is actually pretty weak on the Galaxy J7, whereas the speaker is loud on the, what do you say, Turbo. So again, decide, I would say. Venkat is asking your true opinion about the Lenovo Vibe X3. You should watch the review that I posted just last week with all the pros and cons. You should just watch that. I have said whatever I felt about the Vibe X3 in that video. This is by Alfred Nirmal. He says, does the LE1S heat up on normal days, today usage? I'm not a gamer. Alfred, I used my primary SIM for 3 days on this LE1S. And yes, it gets slightly warm with regular usage. But that was also the normal case with the Nexus 6P. I have used a lot of phones with metallic backs, for example, the Nexus 6P, and all of them get slightly warm with usage. And that was the same case with the LE1S. It did not get abnormally extra hot, I would say. So yes, with normal usage, you will feel that it gets a little bit warm, but that's sort of normal. The only place where I noticed excessive heating was with extended gaming. If you do gaming more than for about 12 to 14 minutes, yes, then it can touch almost about 45 degrees Celsius. Let's move. This is by Shivam. He's asking, which one is better, the Moto G Turbo or the Asus Zenfone 2 Laser? Priority, design, and battery. What do you mean by design? I didn't get it. Battery life, I would say the Zenfone 2 Laser would be better than the Moto G Turbo. Don't get me wrong, the battery life on the Moto G Turbo is also good, but in terms of battery life, definitely the Zenfone 2 Laser will go ahead. 1 second, guys. And guys, it's been over 30 minutes now, so I will be ending this session now. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Lots of reviews coming out very soon. And again, do remember that we do this live Q&A sessions every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. India time. So I hope that you'll be able to join me also next week. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.